Welcome to the Austin Music Method. I'm Gray Parsons. This is the Introduction to Snare Drum series, and this lesson is called the 4 stroke types. And we're going to be dealing with the 4 different kinds of strokes that we can make that are all just one note strokes. And what I mean by this are the full stroke, which is for playing consecutive notes at a similar volume or the same volume. We dealt with the full stroke in previous lessons. In addition to that, we also have the downstroke, which is a stroke where we start at more of a full height and using the fingers to lightly squeeze after the stick hits the head, we keep the stick from coming back up. Okay, that's the downstroke. And it has a complement, which is the upstroke. So after we've played that loud note, if we want to play a quiet note that prepares us for another loud note, okay, we use an upstroke. So it starts soft and comes up to be ready to be louder. And then the final kind of stroke, the 4th kind, is a tap. And this is essentially a stroke that's just for playing quieter dynamic levels. Okay, and it's a lot like the full stroke in the sense that whatever height I'm at, even though it's a low height, I drop the stick and allow it to return to where it began. So we have the full stroke, the downstroke, the upstroke, and the tap. Okay? And I'm going to be doing a few exercises that will develop these different strokes. Okay, so once again for the full stroke, go back to lesson 2. There's some full stroke exercises in there. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and skip right over that and get into some down and upstroke combinations. Okay, so the first exercise we'll do is in 1/8 notes, so 2 pulses per beat, and I'll be accenting the downbeat with a downstroke and playing a soft note on the upbeat. Okay, and I'm going to do that with my right hand for a bar, with my left hand for a bar. Okay, we'll do this at 60 beats a minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... We'll repeat that. All right, the second exercise, we're just going to reverse that process. We're going to play an upstroke first on the downbeat and accent the upbeat or the and with a downstroke. And that'll sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... I'll repeat it. Okay, so that gets us practicing both the downstroke and the upstroke, and we will add in another exercise to practice the tap. Okay, and to do that, we're going to start to overlay these exercises so that we do the first exercise with the accents on the downbeat, and we connect it to the second exercise. Okay. All right, I'll demonstrate that one more time with the metronome. So a bar of accents on the downbeat, and then with the same hand, I'm going to switch around and do accents on the upbeat. Okay, so there's going to be one little tap note in there that's the transition. I'll point that out when it happens. And we'll do left hand. Ready and go. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Tap. Left, tap, all right, and finally I'll do one last exercise that'll be hands together. This is a pretty common exercise, a 16th note timing exercise, so it's going to be set in 4 pulses per beat in 16th notes, and I'm going to be accenting first the downbeat, or the 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the second 16th note, which I'll call E, 1E, and are the 4 positions of 16th note. So first the downbeat, the 1, then we'll accent the E, which would be left hand. Then we'll accent the and, which will be back to our right hand. And then finally the which is once again with our left hand. I'm going to slow the metronome down for this just a little bit so that it's really clear. I'm going to go at 40 beats a minute. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1, 2, 3. Now the left hand on the E, and back to right on and the left hand once again on the Okay, so just with those 4 exercises, you can start to get a good handle on the use of the downstroke and the upstroke, the tap, and I would take any of those exercises and always turn on your metronome, work at first at a slow speed so that you're able to really get the form of the up and of the down. Once you have the form, it's very easy to speed it up, but if you start too quickly, you'll not quite get the form of it right. You'll always be working a little harder than you need to. But that should give you a good introduction and a good beginning on the 4 stroke types: full stroke, downstroke, upstroke, and tap. Thanks for joining us here on the Austin Music Method. We'll see you next time.